You look so good. Let me give you a hug. So good. Oh, Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Between the Sessions, where I sit down with capable athletes and we talk everything physical, spiritual and mental well-being. Today I'm here with one of my models, Megan, and I'm so excited for this conversation. This is a conversation that we've started off camera and we didn't get to finish, so I'm really excited to have Megan here today. She's going to share her story. I'm super excited to have you here and thank you for coming. How did we meet?
Yeah.
Is this how we met?
Yeah.
In the gym?
I saw you on the stepper and saw you working out.
Yeah.
And saw your focus, and I thought, oh God, she looks amazing and works hard, and yeah, that's it. And I think we just started chatting.
Megan has been extremely helpful, so supportive, so motivational. There's been times where when I've shot with her, I just haven't really been feeling the best, and her words of encouragement have meant a lot. So thank you for that. Before we start, I think give them a little bit of a backstory on your fitness journey, how it started. You have a bit of experience with the bodybuilding industry.
Yeah.
So I really want to know how long you were competing for, why you got started into that.
Yep. I've been training since I was 16. Training, keeping fit's always been a part of my life, but it's been on and off depending on where I've lived and situation. Like I've lived in the country, so I had a makeshift gym out on my property, and then I get into town and train at the gym. When I moved up here in 2017, I was quite fit, but then I moved up and I completely just switched off. It was a bit of a stress, so I thought, you know what, I just couldn't be bothered training, so I just took it easy. Yeah. I stopped training because I'm a big eater. I love my food. I put on 20 kilos.
Wow.
Yeah, so I went from about 70 kilos to about 89 kilos actually. Really let myself go. I was walking and I was like, I think my legs were chafing, and I just thought, wow, I saw photos of myself and I just kind of started to feel like crap because I wasn't training. Just thought, you know what, I need to get back into it. So then I started training just bit by bit. I remember doing girl push-up, and I couldn't get to 5 girl push-ups, so I thought, you know what, that's my focus. If I can just build on push-ups, you know, just start. I remember that day, I'm thinking, geez, I've lost a lot of fitness. Just started, you know, I think late 2017, 2018, just consistency, turning up at the gym. And then I got my focus back and then really started to train hard. And I was at the gym and I met a competitor who was also a trainer, and I liked his work ethic. He trained hard and focused like I do, and I asked him if he would train me, and he ended up training me for my first bodybuilding competition in 2019.
And what was that called?
That was IFBB.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was nationals. I actually competed in Queensland in masters, and I think novice for figure, and I won 2 silvers.
Wow.
And then I went to nationals, and I think I placed 6th in nationals in masters. Great experience, a lot of hard work, a lot of focus. I still won't rule it out. I love bodybuilding life, but as far as training goes, whether I compete again or not, like I'm 50 now, so whether I compete again or not, I'll always train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
For mental health, physical health, everything.
I know off camera we've had the conversation about your parents. You don't mind sharing with whatever you're comfortable with. I know you went through like some pretty traumatic stuff. So in that time, while you were going through all of that, what kept you motivated? And how did you get by every single day? Because that was a lot what you went through.
I actually lost both my parents at 31. I was 31, and within 3 months of each other they passed away, so that was quite traumatic. My mum was unwell, so she had been unwell for some time, but it was actually my dad that passed first. He literally just dropped dead, which is a terrible saying, but that's what happened. Thankfully, I was living in New South Wales. I went back down to Victoria and seen him the day before he passed, and he was totally fine. He just said, I just felt like I had a bit of a cold, and we were going back home actually to New South Wales, and we were in Albury at the motel, and I got a phone call from my brother saying that my dad had passed away, and I was just floored. I actually remember that day thinking, I don't think I can get through this. Because I just loved him to bits. He was, you know, we were great mates, and I really thought to myself, I don't know if I can get through it. Like, I had my beautiful family, but I felt like I was not going to be able to get through it. And then 2 days later, I remember feeling like, I can survive it. I can survive, you know, like tragedies happen, and I just, for some strange reason, I just thought I couldn't get through it, but I did. Obviously, we have to, really. So that was in the March of 2005, and then in the June, my mum passed away. I was actually going down to stay with her with my little baby Kate at the time. She was only a newborn, and I was going to go and look after her, but the day before I was going to leave, she had a heart attack. So she waited for me to come from New South Wales to get to the hospital, and I spent like 6 hours with her, and then she passed. So, but, you know, having to plan your parents' funerals 3 months apart was very traumatic. How I got through it? Family, my kids, my husband, just having them to get me through it, having them to lean on, and, you know, their support and their love, and my faith. Just thinking, okay, I'll see them again. Always had faith that one day I'll see them again. Yes, everyone's gone through a lot in certain ways in their own life. So, you know, that's my story, but everyone's got a story, and everyone's got sadness and loss and grief, and I think that's the thing that we all share, is that everyone has that, and they might not have it when they're younger, or they may. It just depends. Life's, you know, you never know what's going to happen.
I'm so sorry for your loss. The fact that you've come out the way you have, so strong, helps with having hope. Like, just to know that when you are going through things, it passes.
It does.
It passes. It does get better.
Really does. And there's the saying, this too shall pass.
Yes.
And when you are in the thick of something, like, which we all have that, I think of that, this too shall pass. And it does. And it's hard to think of that when you're in it, when you're in that darkness, but it does. You do come out of it. And it might be time, but you do come out of it, and there is light at the end. You just have to sort of push through and keep that hope going, because, you know, as long as we're still here and still breathing, there's always hope, and there's always that turnaround.
So how important was community for you when you were going through all of the things that you were going through?
Really, at that time, my community was my family. I didn't reach out. However, I was 31, and I didn't quite, you know, wisdom comes from experience and what you learn, and hindsight's great. But I know now there are a lot of resources out there that you can reach out to, you know, which is great. Like, a lot's changed in like 20 odd years, and there was obviously support back then, but there's, I think, even more support now. People are just struggling, even day to day, even with finances. Everything is quite a pressure these days, and I would reach out. I would always encourage that, and encourage, you know, even places like this, even a gym is a community. Where you work is a community. You know, if you study, the people you meet, your friends, it's all community, and reach out to them and talk, you know, be open and honest. And I guess social media presents an image, and it's kind of can be a filtered image, and, you know, people at home sitting on their phone looking at that thinking, wow, this person's perfect. No. Everyone's got issues. Everyone's got issues. Share it. You know, because not every day is a good day, but reach out. There's always a support there. Always do feel better if you reach out. Yeah. Don't bottle things up.
And just quickly, guys, if you are struggling right now, as I've shared with my story, there was so many times that I called Kids Helpline, especially throughout year 11 and 12. I was on the phone with them. It felt like every other night. What I can say from when I did that was allowed me to get it off my chest, and at least it was out and not just running in my mind. I think it's really important to just talk it out, just release it.
Everyone's different at the same time. So people can be social, people can be not social, but I still think that connecting with people, connecting and finding answers to your questions. You know, if you're thinking, why am I feeling like this? Why do these things happen? You know, faith and spirituality, that's an individual journey. Some people are atheists, some people are deeply religious. That is very individual and personal. I would say is for somebody to follow their heart, follow their instincts, and search. Mental health, what I can say about coming to the gym and exercising is that I can't tell you how much it's done for my mental health, and it keeps me going. As I said, everyone has stresses and pressures and maybe things they're going through. I always think, go, you'll feel better walking out, and I always do. And I'm not talking physical, I'm talking mental. I literally think it does that. and I don't know anyone that it doesn't do that same thing too.
Yeah.
I think it's good, and it's just a time to just be and use your body, and I think that physical health is so connected to mental health, and spiritual health is also, don't forget about that, and open yourself up to that. You've got to look after yourself holistically. Do that by being honest with yourself. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Don't be afraid to be yourself. And I can say this because I am at my age. I think the older you get, the less you care what people think of you.
Yeah.
So you do you, you know, and reach out to people. And if you feel you need support from anywhere, or you want to know more about something, don't be afraid to reach out. Be the best person that you can be in all ways. But hey, we're not perfect. We're all doing our best.
Yeah. I love that. I needed to hear that.
Good.
Like, I literally needed to hear that. Your advice is so good.
That's good.
It's a good reminder, and I needed to hear that right now.
I'll say something. So, you know, I guess people would look at you like you're gorgeous. You've got a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul. People look at someone like you and go, wow, she's got it all. You know, she wouldn't have any worries, or, you know, go through any anxiety, or, you know, sadness or depression or whatever. But you know, if you are honest, and you are what young people today need to see, because I can say it at my age, because I've gone through that, you know. I don't care really. I used to care what people thought of me. I don't now. But you're very grounded and very open, and you are inspiring. So as a young person, to be out there and say, you know what, I'm not feeling great, or I have struggled, that's great, because people watching you go, wow, someone like that is telling me that they're struggling. Okay, so maybe I'm like her, and I'm like everyone else, you know. So I think that, and judgment, you know, people got to stop judging other people. Yeah. You know, if someone wants to wear whatever, or do whatever, or look whatever, let them be. Just like you don't want to be judged, don't judge anyone else. Yeah. And that's hard. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you go to a default, you know, judge, but kind of reflect, self-reflect, and everyone's going through their own thing. And, you know, I think if we just help people if they need help, and smiles are really underrated. So
underrated.
Yes, smiles are underrated. So you can be anywhere, and like if someone smiles at you, you're like, wow, that's so nice. Talk to people, because I think that most people appreciate that, and and it might be something that they're needing on that day. Yeah. Wow, I got a smile from someone. I needed that. Mm-hmm. It's just simple things, but
so good.
Yeah.
Good reminder.
But can I say that you are inspiring? You really are. I'm like, you're amazing, and what you've done, what you've created with your amazing leisure wear, which is just fantastic, by the way. I wear a lot of gym gear, and it's great, and it's so comfortable.
Thank you.
So you've done awesome with that.
Thank you, Megan. Hold on to what Megan just said, because there is so much power in what she just said. A little reminder, and you probably hear it so often, but just sit with those words and really take them into your heart. Something that we all need to remember. We didn't even do like the icebreaker questions at the start. We kind of just like went straight in.
That's fine.
So let's do a few icebreaker questions. Sure. I'm so sorry.
No.
What is your favourite machine to use in the gym?
Leg press. Ooh. I do love a leg press. I love stacking the weights.
Favourite quote?
I think this too shall pass. Yeah. I think that's one of them that I can think of, only because of what we've been talking about.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? I don't know if that's an icebreaker. That's a bit deep.
Okay. See myself in 10 years' time at a gym somewhere still, 10 years older, with a few more aches and pains. Property in Victoria that I may go back to, but always in a gym.
So good.
You'll always see me in a gym, and it doesn't matter whether I'm 60, 70, 80, or until the day I can't do it anymore, be going to the gym.
Aww. 10 years is crazy to think about. Like, I think about where I was 10 years.
How old are you now?
I'm 19. Yeah, I was literally a baby.
You'll still be a baby at 29. 39.
Well, Megan, thank you so much for your time. It's been great talking to you, just like it always is talking to you. Again, thank you for your support, thank you for your love, thank you for your kind words. And just before we go, guys, make sure you go and check out our website, because we have restocked all of our bestsellers. And don't forget that next month our winter collection drops, so we will have hoodies and sweatpants available. And once again, thank you for watching, and remember that you are capable. Oh, you're the best.